This is the official reaction to Materialist, the second trailer from Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, what's his name, and Pedro Pascal. Yes, starting right now.
Hey. Hey, are you single? I'm a matchmaker. Give me a call if you want to meet somebody.
I deserve someone who fulfills all of my criteria.
Nothing over 20 BMI.
I don't want someone who likes cats. I'm trying to settle.
I promise you're going to marry the love of your life.
Some boys kiss me, some boys hurt.
How many marriages are you responsible for now, Lucy?
American, yeah.
9. If the girl asks for a tall drink of water
'Cause the boy
with a salary over 500 grand,
always Mr. Right.
you deliver.
You're the matchmaker. You want a drink?
Sure. Coke and beer.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, John.
Definitely didn't expect to run into you tonight.
I missed you.
Yeah, you don't even remember my face.
Lucy M., the eternal bachelorette.
You can do better than me.
My instincts are usually right.
My baby.
Hi.
Wow. You know how to do the math, don't you?
My baby.
You are what we call a unicorn,
Doesn't keep
an impossible fantasy.
How much is this apartment?
12 million. Not gonna marry him, are you?
Why not?
Because he's good looking and rich. Probably doesn't have roommates.
Is that my charger?
When I see your face, I see wrinkles and children
Gotta
that look
finish up
like
with
you.
that zinger, right?
Where does that leave us? What are you thinking about?
I don't think I'm very good at my job anymore.
We promised them
You got a face,
love.
Theo. I don't know
The
what that
math
face
doesn't
is.
add up.
Why does anyone even get married?
You
Because
got a
they're
face. Come
alone.
on, man.
And because they're hopeful.
So,
my baby.
you don't like Pedro? You
I'm
don't
turning
like
48, and I think I need to
Chris
meet
Evans
someone
not
more
looking
grown.
I
as
have
buff
a
as
really
usual?
beautiful client. She's 31.
I wasn't really thinking 30s.
Yeah, I guess my face is I was kind of bored.
No? Yeah. Okay.
It was it's a romantic comedy, but it was just like, was it romantic comedy? I didn't laugh once.
Is it supposed to be a romantic comedy? Hold on. Because I just saw nothing humorous in there.
Oh, okay, maybe it wasn't supposed to be, but okay. So look, branding wise, yeah, I mean, A24, but it does seem it just seemed a little dry, man. I think I don't know.
Especially for A24. I could totally see that. There was no weird, like, I don't want to say a twist, but an angle on it that was a little more A24.
Yeah, I was just like, this is the boyfriend, and this is, the new guy, the ex-boyfriend, and who she's going to choose. And it's like, I think we see all that before. It's like, it does seem. So what makes it an A24 movie? I don't get it. They tend to do.
Interesting that's the angle that's really sticking with you, or I mean, I don't know. Every so often I get one of these kind of movies where I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down with that. Just people bopping through the city, doing extraordinary things, acting like it's ordinary, Hey, I just got picked up by this guy, with all this money, and Pedro Pascal, and there's this other guy. I don't know. I kind of dig movies like this every so often, but I'm kind of curious about the title, Materialists. Is it about money, and they're really talking about the whole, this guy's almost, maybe Chris Evans is lower class, kind of poverty. She's middle, and this guy is high class. Maybe there's that struggle with materialism. I'm just thinking from the RT-A24 angle, what that's about.
Okay, so Celine's song, she came into everybody's consciousness because she created the movie Past Lives. Have you heard about that movie?
No.
I heard about it. I haven't watched it, but I'm going to check it out. But basically, and I think she got nominated for Academy for Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay for this
Okay.
Past Lives. But basically, it was that's got a hook. It's this young lady. She has a chance to reconnect the love of her life because they got disconnected previously, and now she's already married with a kid, and so now the driving question is she going to get back with that her past love, right, and forsake her current love and family. So to me, I thought that was kind of interesting, right? But I haven't watched it, but I heard it was so. This one, I guess, it's kind of similar because it's her past life, but it seems so formulaic, right? So very, seems
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
notes, so it doesn't seem, hey, look, I mean, like say who's in here and see Dakota Johnson. I mean, I think, is she a movie star? That's debatable. Chris Evans, outside of Captain America, he hasn't proven himself to be anything, to grow an audience, in his own. And Pedro Pascal, he's just in everything. So it's kind of like, him again. So I don't know, man. This is like one of those. Is like, back they used to make these like, a dime a dozen back in the day in Hollywood,
Yeah.
but now in this IP era, it's hard to get movies like this made, especially going to theaters. So I'm surprised it's going to theaters, man. Is it going to theaters?
Yeah, that does seem interesting. I mean, who are we talking to here? With this trailer, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of peeping for it just because it's so pedestrian that it's interesting to me. I think. Look, check this out. It came out a month ago. This trailer. I know we hadn't picked up on it, but 14 million views and 6,300 comments.
Yeah. Well, did you see the first comment? I
That's
felt
comedy. Yeah.
uneasy the whole time, waiting for the weird twisted part. But then I was like, "Oh, this is a regular movie." I was thinking the same thing.
That's exactly what we said. I was waiting on the twist.
And it says romantic comedies are back, but I don't think this is a comedy. So yeah, man, it's a whole thing. I don't know, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to this. I watched this interesting podcast before we talked today. Adam Comover, he used to have Adam Ruins Everything. I think we talked about him before. Mm-hmm. He has his own YouTube channel, and he talked about like the beginning, why Hollywood stars aren't Hollywood stars anymore. And he goes back to the beginning of the IP era of movie making. And once you have IP running everything now, the stars don't matter as much. And so that's devalued what it means to become a movie star. Also, everything's on streaming, so the movies aren't as good. It's just about the algorithm, and that's
right.
Devalued the movie. So when you have just a regular Douglas movie like this, and nobody's really a big movie star, and it doesn't seem like there's a big twist to watch this, then it's like, it's hard to kind of get yourself up to go see something like this unless you're just yearning right, for comedy.
I'm scrolling through the comments here, and everybody's like, this person, a regular movie. These are so rare nowadays. We'll definitely watch.
Okay.
That's all it is. And there is something to be said for in all this craziness. Hey, Len, let's just have a movie. So
okay. So the best twist is no twist. Is that the angle here?
Yeah. And I'm ready to grade this on the creative side.
Okay.
I got to give it a B, a straight B. It's just, it was so daring to be regular that it gets a B. It's like showing up in the Met Gala, with the turtleneck and just like, hey, how's it going, everybody? It's like, that's your outfit? Yes.
Damn. Real talk. I mean, did you see the latest Met Gala? You saw Zendaya?
That was a fly outfit. There was a little to that. So, but
there was a little to there, but not too much. It was not like some of the other ones, though. Let's be honest.
Not like trying to carry the history of a musical piano on your back, literally.
So, but yeah. So marketing wise, I would give this a C. It didn't really. I mean, maybe I'm not the right audience for this, but I think everybody was on pins and needles waiting for a twist to build the interest up, and there was none. And so we're all kind of puzzled now. But to your point, is that building enough interest? I don't know. But it's so forgettable. So it's kind of like, okay, that's interesting, but I may forget that it comes out because it wasn't memorable enough to really remember.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, but it's not, it's not going to grab my attention again. There was no one thing. Like, when they brought the cake, maybe the cake was just smashed in her face. I don't know. Or, she fell in the cake. I don't know. But there was nothing that kind of was memorable to kind of get me to kind of say, hey, I need to watch this. Right. So
it wasn't futuristic.
Nope.
It wasn't like, I mean, it's New York, it's New Yorkish.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen this so many times before. Oh my God, it is intentionally dry. It can't be. This is so intentionally dry.
It could have been, you're right. It could have been a different city. What about Arizona or some other place that we never seen before in cinematic romantic comedy history, right? Maybe in the frozen tundra. There's a TV show now. It's called North of North on Netflix. I watched a couple episodes of it. It's getting a lot of traction because it's in an area that we never heard of. She said, you think of the coldest place you ever been to? Now go north of that. And it's like a whole vibe about how they live and all that.
Yeah.
And it's a regular television show, but it's such a weird place or different place than we know that is interesting. And to your point, it could be a different environment than New York. So yeah, I give it a C. And I think we're both meh.
Yeah. I'm being cautiously optimistic here. I mean, they've even got a scene where they're standing around smoking. That is so 80s. I don't know.
Oh, man. Anyway, it says Pedro Pascal be collecting movie genres like Infinity Stones. There you go.
That's a good way to be. All right, well, that's our little trailer review for Materialist. Let us know what you think. And I'm wondering why it's not called The Materialist. Just Materialist. I don't know.
Yeah.
Slide it.
All right.
Not only this trailer, but if you have out there you have any ideas for other stuff we should react to, other types of trailers, we want to keep these short form trailers for now. Let us know. We'll go outside of the box maybe a little bit if the people call for it. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching this trailer reaction. Be sure to leave a comment. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you think. And please don't forget to flame us in the comments if we messed up anything. And check our page for more. Peace.